Welcome back to another interesting tutorial about Photoshop tips and tricks. And in this video, I will show you how to create clipping mask in Photoshop, whether on shape or text or what have you, without any stress. Let me show you how. The very first thing you want to do, I'm going to start all over from the beginning and then go ahead and make sure you create a new document. And for that, I will simply come to the top right here, right click on here, and I will make sure I click on new document right here. So right here, you can set your document. I'm going to go ahead and set it to pixel, and I'm going to make it 1000 by 1500 pixel, and then RGB color. You can do all the proper settings. I'm going to come to the top right here and name it clipping mask, just like so. Then come down below right here, go ahead and click on create. Now we have the page layout right here, and in some cases we may decide to switch the orientation of the page layout. So for that, what you want to do is to come to the top right here, go ahead and click on image, then go to image rotation, then you can switch to 90-degree counterclockwise, and you have your image in your desired rotation right here. Now, how can we create a clipping mask? So first thing first, I'm going to come to the layer right here. We have my layer right here. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to see how we can create clipping mask in a shape. So for that, I'm going to come to the toolbar right here. I will go ahead and select rectangle right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw a rectangle just like so. Now, once we draw a rectangle, we can give the inner fill color. And then at the same time, we can go ahead and remove the stroke if we don't want to have stroke right here. Everything depends on what exactly we want to achieve. Now we have this particular shape right here. Now this shape here can come in different way and different pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this particular shape into four parts as the case may be. So for that, just press Alt key on your keyboard and drag. This will give you a perfect duplicate. This is one, and then another one right here, and I have the same shape interval, just like so. Now we want to see how we can clipping mask an image into this particular shape right here. It is pretty simple. So for that, what you need to do right here is to come to the go ahead and bring out your image after you draw your shape. So I'm going to come to my box right here, my download folder right here. Then here I can select any type of image. For instance, I want to clip and mask this image. I will drag and drop the image right here. So you can resize and increase the image as this may be. I just want the image to be full right here, just like so. I'll come to the top right here, click on this check mark to set, and I have to come to the image layer right here. Right click on the image layer. Then you want to make sure you look for create with a mask, and boom, you have it right here. Well, this is pretty round, okay? Next thing we want to do here is to go ahead and make sure I delete this particular one right here. Now I want the power clip to be effect in three of these shapes right here. I don't want it to be on a single one. So for that, we need to make sure we match this particular shape all together. So for that, select on the first one right here and press Shift key and select on the last one. Then we want to make sure we right click. And the next thing you want to do right here, to make sure you look for merge shapes right here. Now, once you merge the shape, it becomes one. Okay, just like what you see right here in the layer panel. Next thing we want to do now is to bring in our image, and then we can decide to rotate the shape in different angles. I'm going to rotate the shape right here in this angle. So I'm going to come to the top right here. I will make sure I rotate to 90-degree right here, and I will adjust the size of the shape right here. Okay. Now I'm going to power clip or click to clip the mask and image into this particular shape right here. So what we want to do next is to come back to our folder where we have the image. So I'm going to use this particular image right here. I will just drag and drop the image. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. Now we have the image right here. I will make sure I increase the image size, and everything is going to be full in the canvas size. I'll go ahead and click on done right here. The next thing I'm going to do is to come to the layer right here, right click on the layer, and I'm going to make sure I click on create the mask. Boom, and we have it right here. After that, we can adjust and arrange where we want the image to be, just like what you see right here. You can use this method to create clipping mask for text or any shape or any kind of different design as you might think of. And lastly, we can add different effects to this particular shape. So for that, we want to make sure we come to the layer right here. We select the shape layer. We want to make sure we right click and we go ahead and we come to blending option right here. And then what we want to do next here is to see how we can add a drop shadow right here, and then we can control the spread of this drop shadow. We can control the drop shadow opacity. We can also control the drop shadow size. Everything depends on what exactly we want to achieve as far as this particular tutorial or different effect is concerned. So we can also add outline blue. So when we add outline blue, we can come here and change the color. We can pick color from the image and then add it to this. So and it become more cool. We can also add blending options. So we can use overlay. So if we are not satisfied with overlay, we can use soft light. Everything depends on what you want to achieve as far as this is concerned. Once you're satisfied with all the effects, go ahead and hit on OK and you are done. It's that simple. For more useful tutorial, tips and tricks on how best to use Photoshop software, consider to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.